Hey, Jamal.
Speak. Jamal, if you could state your name and outlet, please.
Jamal Finkley, Black Tree TV.
Thank you. Whenever you're ready.
First, it's a pleasure just to be here in person. I mean, for us journalists, it's just like refreshing. And I think for the whole industry, what you guys are doing with Fast Nine is giving the whole industry hope that people are gonna come back to the movies again. So, how was as a producer, what was your strategy for thinking about how to release this and how to get this back in theaters coming out of the pandemic?
It was very personal, actually. I think that, I felt like I kind of took the whole movie going experience for granted in this, during this whole lockout. And so, when we started talking about it, there were some discussions, but there was not any pushback. I think everyone understood that, when we make these movies, it was very much about sharing that for the cinematic experience. And so if anything, I felt like very proud to have this amazing studio and Vin and everybody, and we were all in sync. And it was just about like, let's find the right time. And so the fact that I'm sitting here talking to you, I feel like we're now very close for that to happen, and I can't wait.
I know over the last couple of years, diversity and inclusion has been like a catchphrase and something that people have been trying to implement. But from the start of this franchise, it seems like it's been so many people represented from so many cultures and ethnicities. Do you attribute a lot of the success of the franchise and the audience to that?
I think so, and I think the idea was, I know when I first entered, it was still, the process was still a little odd to me. There was a lot of assumptions made, right? Like, and I felt like, well, why don't we change it up? Let's just make it so that it's about opportunities. No matter what role, like, let's just throw it out and do a global search, and let's see who, and from that, we were able, we were able to meet Gal Gadot, like all these great people, and I think that was the philosophy of how we wanted to approach this, and so that it's not like diversity for diversity's sake, and I think it's through that shared experience that I think the community just kept growing and it went global, but I don't think it was some master plan from us. It was just almost like for me, maybe as an Asian American coming into this system that was very closed off, and saying, well, I mean, mathematically, it doesn't make sense just to open it up and we can maybe meet some amazing people along the way. I think that was kind of more the spirit of what we wanted to do. And through that, I think as we grew, our community kept growing too. And I think that's where the sync ultimately happened.
Where's the bridge? No, no, no. Dom. Well, that was new.
With 20 years and like 9 installments, not including Hobbs and Shaw and all the side things, this franchise now competes with James Bond and Star Trek and Harry Potter. Like, what does it take to have a franchise have that type of longevity? Like, how do you keep that going?
I think for me, it's really the relationship with Dom, Letty, and the characters, and because I think, just through time, I'll run into fans and they talk about these characters as if they're family members. And so, like, every time the movie comes out, it's almost like Thanksgiving, it's a family get together. And for me personally, I love hearing that, because when we first started, there was two roads for us, right? One is that it's going to be these same characters going through different adventures, or are we going to take the harder road, which is we're going to acknowledge that these are human beings who are growing, you know, who are going to have real life issues, who are going to get together, who are going to have a family, who's going to have kids, you know. And we decided to take that road. And I think by doing that, the acknowledgement of maturity and evolution, I think people can relate to that in their real life. And so it really does feel like, you know, they see Dom as Uncle Dom, or, you know, a cousin, you know, or a brother. And that is very gratifying to know that we're sitting here, for me, 15 years in, and people still want to see what's up with these characters.
You've been very inspiring to me, and I'm glad that this franchise is done what it can. I'm looking forward to this, the world seeing this, and Space Jam. So keep on doing your thing, man, and I'll keep on just being impressed by you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.